Okay, so this was our investigation into the relationship between John and Carol. This scene was supposed to represent the marriage, so the first initial attraction, how close they are, the proxemics show how much they love each other and how close they feel. We were all laying around, supposed to look and symbolise a ring, and almost the feeling that was holding them together, their marriage was holding them together at this point. It was all fresh and it was something that was good. So at this stage we felt that they were happy. Maybe it was still a bit more one-sided, so we could have done something like Hannah, who was supposed to show Carol, could have been a bit lower than John, or he could have been holding her to show how he was still holding the relationship throughout the whole thing, but at this point we wanted to show how they were both invested in it, as we felt they were. Our transitions were fairly smooth. They were a little bit sort of didn't seem like it was just sort of like a machine and move as one. We'd rather it move as one, because that would make it seem more like a change in time, and we could have done more to show the changes between each different scene. But here we've changed from the first into this scene. Now this scene was the idea that he would be carrying her, so it was very one-sided, but also because we took it from more like John's perspective and we wanted to show it from more John's perspective, especially in we felt like these frames worked better after we'd come up with them. We started looking at it from John's perspective, that he was sort of holding all these troubles, and he was holding Carol, he was holding all these other things that were going on. It was like some people were forcing it down on him, but he still loved her, and she was just there feeling lost. Obviously she feels like she has no control over her life, and that's maybe why she wanted to commit suicide. So I think at this point was sort of one of the key moments in the play, when she had tried to kill herself for the first time, and this was the realisation for him, and for her it was sort of still wanting to escape but feeling trapped, like she has no power. Now this is him without her, so her obviously dead, and him not even wanting to look down. He's got to move on with his life, he's got to forget, but he never will. And I think that these, all of us, all the people kneeling down, almost represent the what he wants to do. He wants to look after her, he wanted to love her, but it all feels quite quite sad. He feels quite sorry for her, but he never quite understood. And so this is the final scene where it's she's dead and she's killed herself, and he's just sort of there, not really knowing what to do with himself. So I think this was good to show the gradual change that I think we did, from being happy to obviously feeling lost without her. So this was my first look at the whole scenes.